Okay, well, yeah, I've been giving the Kriega Overland 30 bags a bit of a test. So far, not enjoying them. Stitching and assembly is very good. The capacity is a little too small for an iPack minimalist for even me to get my shit in the bag. I need ideally they'd be nice if they were closer to 40 liters. Say an additional 5 liters each side would give you a little margin of safety. I've had issues with the cam lock buckles coming loose. Originally, it was the over the seat cam lock buckle. So what I've done, it kept loosening up repeatedly on the ride off-road. I've been doing so far about 3,500 kilometers off-road around Cambodia. This repeatedly comes loose. I've ended up tightening a cinch strap, a hitch knot on it to hold it. The only problem is that hitch knot, the strap wants to continue to loosen through that cam lock buckle, so it does it up hard as a rock. By the end of the day, I can't get the effing thing to undo. I need a tool. I need screwdrivers and everything and pliers to undo that strap. It's so tight because of the tension of it trying to slip through that cam lock buckle. Originally, this was the only cam lock buckle giving me issues. The rack loop, well, as you can see, I didn't need to loosen this to take it off the bike. These rack loop cam lock buckles are also starting to slip, as I demonstrated in the other video, and they loosen all the way. The issue with that, obviously, is that provides a lot of slop in the fasteners, and necessitated this repair. This whole mount on the top of the bag pulled out after about you can see where I had to get it stitched and repaired. This whole mount pulled out of the bag due to slop in the system from the over the seat cam lock buckle originally. I've had that repaired in Cambodia, stitched up with about 6 layers of this material. That's held so far for, well, actually it's only held for 3 days so far. We haven't tested it that much. The problem is these rack loop cam locks are starting to come loose. I just got off the bike and this was on a pavement run, about 100 kilometers of pavement after off-road, and because the rack loop buckles have now, the problem is when I cinch these rack loop buckles, when I tighten them up, I come to about there, and I don't have enough material to put a hitch knot in it. I tried running them parallel, but that's not as secure on my KTM 500. I have to run them crosswise over the fender, which only gives me about this much slack. That doesn't give me enough to tie them off. Then when they go slack, like what I had today just on the pavement run, this is the full length of the strap that goes over the subframe. This is the other bag. What happened, there's so much slack in it. This is on the exhaust pipe side. There was slack in the system, and it burnt that through and flapping around. Luckily, I was on the pavement. But now, I've got bottom line, I have cam lock buckles. None of the cam lock buckles on the Kriega bags are holding, which is a failure. A complete and utter fucking failure. Because that's the whole integrity of keeping the bags tight against the bike. The bags are lovely. They've got compression straps all over to keep the bag nice and tight and secure. It's these cam lock buckles that are normal cam lock buckles are fail-safe. I don't know what the hell Kriega, where they source these from. They're plastic, they're not metal. And they suck hind tit, basically. They've caused 3 failures. I've had this bag also repaired and it's coming apart here. They tried to glue it and stuff. Once the cam lock buckles came loose, the end of this bag got sucked into the rear tire and it chewed it all through. They did try to do a quick repair on it, but it's, you know, it's going to come apart. Unfortunately, what this is going to do now is, since I can't trust the cam lock buckles to hold the fucking bags, I have to cut my trip short. Since the bags are, sadly, there's nothing I can do. Just disappointed. So many people talk great things of Kriega. I think they came out with this design with not enough field testing before release. The concept of it sounds good. This concept of the cam lock buckles works well if they source some good quality, reliable cam lock buckles. These ones are obviously, you know, below par. Anyway, that's my update on the Kriega Overlander 30 system. Bottom line, needs about at least 5 more liters per bag to be doable. I've got a bivy sack, a quilt, 1 pair of long pants, 1 pair of short pants, 2 pairs of underwear, 2 pairs of socks, and a t-shirt, and a down vest packed in there. 2 inner tubes, tools, what else? Water filter, a little bit of dried fruit and candy bars, and realistically, that's about it. And that's filled to capacity. Not much room left over. Anyway, sorry to see they're just not performing. I ran a 2 Coyote bags for 6 years combined with not one issue. These first good trip out, just falling apart. Not the bag construction isn't falling apart, just the cam lock buckles caused a huge failure in the system. Problem is the distributor, Michael, in America, fantastic guy, fully supports you in your purchase and making sure you've got the right equipment. He's a true gentleman and trying to help sort through this issue. He's sending me another cam lock buckle, but now that I'm seeing he's going to send me the same cam lock buckle that's already on there, so that's not going to work. Anyway, now unfortunately I've brought this system to do a lot of riding in Thailand, where I reside a lot of the year, and it doesn't look like it's gonna pan out. So now I have to revise all my long distance off-roading, since I don't have any equipment to carry it with, and I can't trust the Kriegas, just the cam lock buckles. I'd have to source 3 good cam lock buckles, have it completely re-sewn over here. Anyway, my thoughts on the Kriega. I'm using the Kriega R15 pack and the R3 fanny pack. I'll do a review of these later. Basically, I haven't had any issues with these. A couple design reconsiderations I can suggest, but we'll go into that later. But bottom line, they haven't been any problem. Reliable, comfortable, everything like that. Well made. No issues with those. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.